Actually, it wasn't that bad to walk up. So both Antiola and Martin were right. So. There are George. The inside of the statue. Statue of Liberty. So I'm gonna take some pictures. These are bolts that keep the statue to the pedestal. Martin found a crab shell. Look, it's a full-on crab shell, just like right in front of the Statue of Liberty. I don't know. But you flip it over. Oh my gosh, that's a whole dang crab shell. Really, anyone can make it to America. New York.
I think that's Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Wing dots. Walk. Island before the Statue of Liberty was erected. The Statue of Liberty's got some important symbols. It's got a classical face and drapery to suggest a Roman goddess of liberty, broken shackles to symbolize freedom newly achieved. You can kind of see them. They're like right there. You can kind of see them. The crown represents her shedding light on the seven seas and continents. Oh, the radiant crown, pardon my French. The tablet is inscribed July 4th, 1776 in Roman numerals. Everyone knows this fact. Why is this even still here, honestly? That's it? There's 60 men. You would think more men, you know?
What?
It's only been by 60 men.
Huh?
You know? Land winds, the Statue of Liberty can actually sway, and the arm sways quite a bit. The Eiffel Tower guy, Gustave Eiffel, when he built the Eiffel Tower, also was really big on helping the statue's inner structure. So he kind of built the inner structure that made sure it wasn't going to fall or anything. So it was kind of fragile at the time. Yeah, if you a violent dude who was supposed to be in the project but then died, and before Eiffel was brought on the project, and they're just like, yeah, he was gonna put sheer weight in there. I mentioned that, I just wanted to make him look really bad. They're like, and here's the guy who didn't work on the Statue of Liberty, whose idea would have been done. Thank you, Statue of Liberty Museum. In the 80s, the iron bars that were reinforcing the Statue of Liberty had rusted, so American steelworkers had to pull them out and replace them with stainless steel as opposed to iron. But it kind of sucked because you can't get rid of more than 4 location at a time. So you're just kind of taking 4 out of each location every day, replacing them, and then not day, but replacing them, then moving on. The original iron bars. Just the progression.
Right now, today's on.
So yeah, it only took like 3 years from autumn in 1881 to winter spring of 1884.
Longer to build up the funds in France to build the Statue of Liberty than it actually took for us to build it.
Yeah, it took 5 years before it got funded. 5 years. Presented these, all the officials there signed a little paper. Where they got funds was by actually using the Liberty Statue as a logo. So an ingenious method of raising funds, number 10 and 11, was to license the image for product labels. For a small fee, cheese or a bottle of oil could be Liberty. That's how they raised money to even build the thing. The pedestal was originally going to be probably more like a pyramid, but one of the people who then joined the project was like, nope, not going to do a pyramid. So these were kind of some of the other design ideas today. Number 15 says that the statue is ready to ship, but the pedestal wasn't finished yet. The shipping of this statue on the boat. It ran out of coal and had to rely on sails. Had a rough time. Assembling it here, they did not use scaffolding. They just hoisted it up by singering cranes. All the parts were labeled in pairs, so sometimes they didn't know what things like this meant. The workers veiled it in the rain, and it was foggy. Programs they offered at the unveiling to buy like this little metal thing. They wrote a lot of things for today. Like this was supposed to be a model that the architect gave to some newspaper. There were supposed to be like tools that would have been used to make it, and there was a reproduction of the ear, but that's life size, but it's gone and it's not here. These are writings by people who immigrated and wrote about the Statue of Liberty. The flame has changed 3 times, and it now holds the original architect's design in Paris before the statue's completion. And it is lit from the outside. First, the flame was just kind of a copper shell, and there was not a light or anything. And then, and that was in Paris. And then it was changed a little bit by altering 2 flame tips. Light inside the flame, but you couldn't really see it. So then the architect was like, well, let's gild the statue. Instead, what they did was they put like colored lighting, so red, white, and blue from the crown. Band of windows around the flame, a pyramid-shaped skylight, and the architect was still like, let's still gild it. We don't like it, let's gild it. So this is what it, in theory, was supposed to look like, but it wasn't. It was disappointing. The guy who did Mount Rushmore was like, okay, let's remove copper sections and put amber glass and flickering lamps, make it more realistic. So the flame was easier to see, but it wasn't sustainable because it had a very severe corrosion. So the flame and torch had to be replaced again. Then they redid it the way of the original architect, and just basically remade it, restored it in the 1980s. This is Martin's impression of the architect when discussing the flame for years and years.
How about gilding the lighthouse? Perhaps consider gilding the lighthouse.
The Statue of Liberty. Make me climb up to the roof to see Ellis Island. Now this is Ellis Island. And you can see a bit of a Manhattan skyline. The World Trade Center, that one big one. Look at this statue from the back and with the flag. Quite poetic. There you can get your photo on that wall. Oh, her neck. The torch that used to be there before the torch that is there now, where they wanted to make it glow more, but it was too corrosive. So this is that. Cool, it used to be on top of the Statue of Liberty. Floor model and what it looks like inside. Full-scale model of her foot. See all the bolts and things. Wow. And the folds. Here's the plaster ear. Oh, I was recording the whole time. Here's the plaster here. It's life size. Look at this.